Most traders start with good intentions. They don't want to gamble. They don't expect overnight wealth. They want consistency, clarity, control, something their 9 to 5 never offered. They watch the videos. They highlight the books. They join the groups, take the notes, build the watch lists. But the result is always the same. The account grows a little, then bleeds again. Progress, reversal, hope, collapse, repeat. And eventually, around 3 a.m. on a random weekday, they stare at the screen and say the words most never dare to admit, maybe I'm the problem. And they're right, but not in the way they think. Because the problem isn't lack of intelligence. It's lack of execution structure. It's not that they don't know what to do. It's that they don't have a system strong enough to stop them from doing what they shouldn't. They doubt themselves when a setup fails. They shrink when friends ask, "So how's that trading thing going?" They feel guilt after chasing something impulsive, even though they saw it coming, even though they promised themselves not to. And that's the part no one tells you. It's not the market that breaks you. It's the untrained decision maker inside you. They've memorized the indicators, RSI, MACD, FIBO, and ACCI. They've replayed hours of backtests. They've paid for mentors, groups, even overpriced secret strategies. But deep down, they already know it's not working. Not because they haven't studied, but because every time they do study, they still act out of impulse. They break their rules. They question setups they've already validated. They move stop losses after the trade goes red. And that's not a knowledge issue. That's a behavioral one. That's a discipline gap, a system design flaw. This is the truth most ignore. Your biggest edge is not what you know. It's what you've trained yourself to obey when emotions peak and logic fades. So let's reframe this. Not with more strategies, but with 5 execution laws that shift your identity as a trader. Not theory, not hype, just structure. Law 1, master boredom. Great traders are not exciting. They don't seek adrenaline. They operate with repetition, like brushing teeth. When trading feels exciting, you're not trading. You're gambling. Detach, execute, repeat. Law 2, urgency equals emotion. If a setup feels urgent, walk away. Write it down. Sleep on it. If it still makes sense 24 hours later, then, and only then, consider it. The fast trade is usually the false trade. Slow execution is strong execution. Law 3, risk like a survivor. Every trade can fail, even the one that looks perfect. That's why every position is capped. 1 to 2%. No exceptions. Don't trade like you're invincible. Trade like you're replaceable. Like you only get one chance. Because often, you do. Law 4. The plan is the law. Your trading plan is not a suggestion. It's not advice. It's the rule book, the blueprint, the firewall. If your rule says, enter on a 15-minute trend line break with RSI confirmation, then don't trade without it. Not once. The first exception is where structure begins to crack. Follow your plan or stop calling it a plan. Law 5, audit the mind. The chart shows you the price. The journal shows you the pattern. Not market patterns, your patterns. The setup was fine, but you entered early. You moved the stop. You exited too soon. Until you document your impulses, you'll never correct them. You don't grow by guessing. You grow by tracking. Here's the reality check. The traders who survive aren't the smartest. They're not even the most experienced. They're just the ones who stop lying to themselves. They took full ownership of every decision, not just the wins. They removed the noise, silenced the ego, and let the process speak louder than the profit. They learned how to sit still when everything screamed, act. They didn't just upgrade their strategy, they restructured their identity. So no, if you're still losing money, it's not because you're incapable. It's because your behavior still belongs to the old you, the emotional you, the reactive you. And trading isn't about defeating the market. It's about defeating the version of you that keeps blowing the plan apart. The Holy Grail, it's not a pattern, it's not a tool, it's mental clarity, emotional discipline, repeatable execution, Fix that, and the market will start to respect you. Ignore it, and the cycle repeats.